Hello, everybody, and good morning. I hope you've got your coffee, your tea, your wine, wherever you are on this beautiful place that we call planet Earth. I hope you're doing fantastically well. We are back here with another edition of the Rumour Mill. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode, the first episode, I should say, of Generation Leeds last night with me and my dad. I thought it was really good, if I do say so myself. I thought it was quite insightful, and yeah, those are the conversations that me and my dad pretty much have every single day, 3 times a day. So really good feedback. If you haven't already watched it, go watch it. It's nearly on 10,000 views, which is amazing for a 40-minute podcast, which was only out yesterday. So thank you so much for the interaction, the engagement, and all that great stuff. Leave a comment in the section below. My dad's reading them all. He's getting very giddy. Co-presenter now, so there you go. But yeah, thank you so much for your support, and I hope you enjoy it. That will be out next week, probably on Tuesday. We're going to keep it going on Tuesdays, I think. So yeah, there you go. We'll be discussing everything Leeds, everything up to date, and yeah, really following Leeds United's journey into the new season. So guys, thank you so much for your support as well on the videos. They've been absolutely flying. Please make sure you're liking, you're commenting, subscribing as always. Join the Patreon if you want some additional content. As I said, there's going to be another bonus video out this week. We've already had one out this week. Yes, I'm going to be doing a second one. So make sure you click the link in the description below if you want some bonus content. Let's get into it, shall we? A lot of Leeds United fans have been pinging me messages. Connor, what's going on? What's going on? I don't really know. I don't know what's going on, to be quite honest with you guys. What I can tell you is, according to reports, Leeds United are very confident about getting this deal done. Yes, we are in competition with Brentford and Dortmund, but it heavily is looking like at the minute that it is actually between 3 teams. You can knock Dortmund out of the park. Apparently, Leeds United and Brentford's interest is so massive that it has almost just kiosk them out of it, but it is down to, it looks like Leipzig are coming into the conversation at the minute, which is quite dangerous. Obviously, Salzburg and Leipzig, part of the Red Bull network, so many crossovers there. That would be a very dangerous competitor to come into the market for Rasmus Christensen. But apparently, according to the YEP, Leeds United are confident in negotiations with Rasmus Christensen, which is great news. Looks like a really powerful, athletic fullback. I think he has got some limitations from watching bits and bats of him, from doing a bit of research on him over the past couple of days, watch his general play, but that will hopefully develop in the Premier League. He looks like he's physically able to make that step up. Victor Orta, Angus Kinnear, what on earth are they doing in New York, you might all ask? Well, last night they were pictured with an individual called, I believe it's called Massimo Marinelli on his Instagram account, and he was in New York with Victor Orta and Angus Kinnear, not looking very happy on the picture. The two Leeds, the two Leeds people, obviously the chief exec and director of football, Victor Orta, didn't look very happy on the picture. I don't know if that's because they've been told some bad news, but there is a little bit of a link here with why they are in New York. Obviously, there is a striker for New York City FC called Valentin Castellanos, who's been absolutely flying in the MLS over the past couple of years. He's been improving year on year, and he's probably the best striker in the MLS right about now. I know a lot of you guys will be turning around saying, Connor, it's the MLS. But, you know, if you are still proving your worth week in, week out, and you are a complete forward like he looks like he is at the minute, you can't really judge him on anything else. You cannot really judge him on anything else until he makes that step up. It's always going to be a risk with someone from the MLS coming to the Premier League, if that is a deal that Leeds are looking to get done. But if he is the best striker in the league, is he probably going to be worth the risk? I'd say yes, as a sort of maybe deputy to Patrick Bamford. But yeah, it's all dependent on what they are doing out there. It could just be some NFT waffle that they're trying to get over the line. But very, very very coincidental that Leeds are apparently going head over heels for a striker at the minute. He sort of fits the mold. He's the best striker in the MLS at the minute. It looks very complete, Argentinian based. So, well, he's Argentinian, I should say. So, yeah, few links there. Apparently, Leeds have been looking at him for a while as well. So, yeah, Valentin Castellanos, keep an eye on that name. I would like to say as well, there's a lot of people who will probably say that and look at that and say they're not proving names, they're not proving this, they're not proving that, and probably me into that equation as well, because I've looked at the Championship players, as you guys know, and I've looked at, individuals down there, James Garner, Jed Spence, and I thought these are proven players. These are proven players who can make that step up to the Premier League. These are players that I really, really like, and they can make that transition. And I do believe that. I am massively of that persuasion. But what I will say as well is there are so many examples in the Premier League where you'll come up against the side, Leeds United will come up against the side, and you'll say, who on earth is that? Who on earth is that? Who on earth is that playing for the other side? They are cheap additions from unknown leagues, and they're absolutely fantastic. So You have got to trust the scouting. You have got to trust the models that the clubs have in place. Brighton are a brilliant example of that. Players coming in every single season who you look at and think, who on earth is that? And they turn out to be absolute, not world beaters, but they turn out to be very, very good Premier League players. Leicester, another one, and you probably throw Wolves in there as well. So, it doesn't always have to be proven names for Leeds to go and get them in. And that really wouldn't be sustainable, because then you're going to be paying minimum 20 million per signing. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see on that one. But apparently, according to Sky Sports today, Leeds United's primary focus is fullbacks and it is a central midfielder. That's okay for me, but there needs to be more. I've seen yesterday as well that apparently, according to several rumours, Leeds are looking at bringing in 4 signings. For me, that's not enough. Leeds needs to be bringing in 6 minimum. So I'm hoping they're not just selling us short again, because they do this most windows where you're looking at Leeds and you are thinking, we're almost disappointed at the end of it. You're looking at it and you're thinking, we need someone there. Okay, we haven't got someone there. We'll make do. Square peg, round holes. We need to start, putting players in the preferred position. We need to be adding to the depth of the squad as well. And I think there are options out there now from the lower league, clearly from abroad, and even in the Premier League, who Leeds could really bolster the squad with. So, yeah, that's going to be something to, keep an eye on. But at the minute, it looks like Leeds United's priority is fullback. I presume that's a right back and a central midfielder. I would be looking at 2 fullbacks. I'll be looking at an experienced keeper. I'll be looking at another central midfielder and a striker. That's, I think, that's what we're all looking at. That's what we all want. But I don't know if the club are going to go down that way. Ben Brereton Diaz, according to the Daily Mail, Leeds United have him as one of their top options on the striker list this season. Diaz is probably going to cost between 15, 20 million. He had an absolute hot streak at the start of this season in the Championship, made the Chile squad, scored for Chile in the qualifiers, was excellent over there, made a massive name for himself. But he has tailed off a little bit. There was rumours with Leeds United and Ben Brereton Diaz in the January month for 20 million. I'm kind of happy now that Leeds didn't do that, but hindsight's a wonderful thing. Leeds are in the Premier League. If Leeds were in the Championship, I'd probably be turning around to you and saying we should have done that. But there goes nothing really. But yeah, 20 million quid. Don't know if I'd be going in for that, to be quite honest with you. Needed to prove it for the entire season. Diego Llorente has come out with a quote on Rafinha. Apparently, he was asked in a Spanish newspaper on what he believes with Rafinha and what he thinks is going to happen with him. It was interesting because normally you just let that one go, and Diego, in my opinion, should have just said, well, we'll see what happens. But instead he said, they asked to La Liga, and he said, of course, he has the skills to do it. Then all parties, Leeds and Barcelona, and then all parties must understand each other to benefit all of us. So I presume that is with financial obligations, but I see his qualities for a top club. That bit's not gone down with Leeds fans that well, for a top club. I understand what Diego's referencing, but I think a lot of Leeds fans don't like hearing that, because it almost sounds like Leeds United are a bit of a lower league club. Just how he phrased it. We all know we're nowhere near the size of Barcelona, but some Leeds fans are described as a top club. Maybe others wouldn't. But Diego was then asked how he would fit at Barcelona, and Diego then said that he would shine at Barcelona. So I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comment section below about that, everybody. Some people have been a bit upset about it, but Calvin Ramsey as well. Looks like that is absolutely signed, sealed, and delivered in terms of him moving to Liverpool. Doesn't surprise me whatsoever. I told you guys yesterday, didn't surprise me. Phil Hayes come out and said it's very unlikely that he's going to be coming to Leeds. Listen, it's Liverpool. It's Leeds. Champions League finalist. It's finishing 17th. There's levels to this game, isn't there? Gonzalo Plata, a name you've probably never heard of, a 21-year-old player who was playing for Real Valladolid this season on loan from Sporting Lisbon. Right winger, can play on the left as well. Absolutely flown this year in the Spanish league. And it is said that Leeds United, he's one of the top priorities. Don't really see this, in my opinion. Once again, it's another winger. Once again, I always say to you guys, it's system-based, and this wouldn't be a system-based player if we are playing with width. And you've already seen with what I've said, the priorities this window are the fullbacks, central midfielder, and probably a striker on top of that. I don't really see a winger as a priority, but these links are probably being installed into the rumour databases, because Leeds are looking likely, well, it's likely that Leeds United lose Rafinha, so he looks like a pretty direct replacement. And one that I wanted to finish on, everybody, it's Charlie Cresswell. Now, let me know what you think in the comment section below on Charlie Cresswell. He's apparently said in an interview, I will get the quote up, but I'm paraphrasing here, he is wanting to play first team football this season, which is absolutely fair enough, in my opinion. Charlie Cresswell he's done an interview with the Yorkshire Post, or I believe the Yorkshire Post have cited it from somewhere. But he essentially wants to play football this season, whether that be on loan or at Leeds. You know, he's in the 21 setup. He's got Conor Gallagher there. He's got Jed Spence there, who've all absolutely profited from loan spells. Leeds are going to have to do it. They're either going to have to play him or he's going to have to be loaned out. You know, there is an argument on my part that he starts for Leeds. Genuinely, I think he's that good. You know, you look at who is with him in this England under 2021 setup. It's absolute players left, right, and centre. And Charlie Cresswell's in the mix. He's competing. He's part of that squad. So he's clearly got such a high ceiling. When he's played for Leeds United, he looks like a leader, looks like a captain. So for me, there's an argument. Pascal Struijk starts every week for me, but there is an argument on that right-hand side when you've got balance to a left and a right-footed player that you either start Charlie Cresswell or Robin Koch, and they are on a boundary with each other. One has a bad game, one has 3 or 4 bad games. I would start Robin Koch for the season, but if he has 3 or 4 bad games, out of the squad, Charlie comes in. That's how finely balanced it is for me. If he wants to go out on loan, we've seen it with Cody Drameh. Leeds fans hated it because of what happened with Bielsa, which I thought was bizarre. But Charlie's in a very different situation here, a very, very different situation. We have to be very careful with this lad. Very, very careful, because we have got an asset on our hands here who Man United are looking at. Yeah, Man United are looking at. I can tell you that for a fact. Liverpool have been looking at. I can tell you that for a fact as well. So what do we do? How do we manage this kid? He said in his interview that he'll do whatever Victor and whatever Jesse want him to do. But if offers start coming in for Charlie, we need to be very, very careful here. We need to start promising this guy things. We need to start delivering things to this guy. I thought when Jesse Marsh came in, Charlie would be perfect. He's physical, he's athletic, he's a leader, passion. There's all these sort of buzzwords that Jesse uses, and he didn't really get a song. You know, he didn't really get a song. I mean, not that he was bad at centre back, and I understand why he was put there. He was put there in a back three, but Luke Ayling was played in as a centre back ahead of Charlie Cresswell. You know, so listen, I think there's a lot of things to consider here. There is a potential that Leeds sell him. I think that's that would be absolutely nuts for Leeds to do that. There's a potential that Leeds would loan him out, I think, which is a sensible option this season, because I don't think he's going to get the minutes. And there's an option that Leeds United will keep him and start him. But for me, the only way Charlie stays at Leeds this year is a guarantee that he'll be playing first-team football consistently, which I would give him. I think he's good enough. I genuinely think he... You know, we talk about generational talents and we look at someone like, for Leeds, I mean, we're applying it to Leeds United. We're not applying it to a generational talent as in we're talking about Messi and Ronaldo. I'm talking about to Leeds in terms of our generational talents. Joffy and Charlie are those players. You know, for me, they're a level up on Cody Drameh. They're a level up on Sam Greenwood. They're a level up on Crescencio Somerville. So I think he's got to be given minutes. I'd be giving him minutes. I'd be keeping him. I'd be either starting him and intertwining him with Robin Koch. That's what I'd be doing. But if he wants to go out on loan, that makes complete sense as well. There is absolutely no point for the whole season and playing 400 minutes. There's no point. There is absolutely no point. Cody Drameh made the right decision. A lot of Leeds fans wanted him to stay and just sit on the bench. I want him to go out on loan, and look at him now. Yeah, Charlie Cresswell will be doing the exact same thing, but you stick him out on loan to a decent club. The top clubs will be following him, looking at his progress, and then next season they may be putting the offers in, and then it's up to Leeds United. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Really interested to hear what you think on this one. Like, comment, subscribe. As always, go check out the episode with my dad yesterday, Generation Leeds, the new One Leeds podcast. Check out the Patreon for any bonus content, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you in a bit. Cheers.